Hello there, guys, and welcome to this real world flight stream. Today we are going to be flying from Athens to Larnaca in Cyprus aboard this Aegean flight 4916. And I've got the Toliss A321 loaded up with passengers. APU is currently running and everything is ready to go. We're going to go through the flight plan real quick so that you guys know what I'm doing in this flight, and it should take us quite a while. I tried to, excuse me, I tried to run a giveaway using Streamlabs, but I'm not sure if it is working or not. You guys hearing an echo, or am I audible? I can reduce the gain on the mic a little bit if the audio is not all that good, but I am sitting in a room where there's a lot of echo, so it will be stronger if you're hearing it through a headset. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, the A321 by Toliss, really a very nice aircraft, very well developed by Toliss, and it was tested by V1 Simulations, who's a real Airbus pilot, and the performance of this aircraft is very near to the real aircraft. In fact, the difference is negligible. Thank you, Yag Nation, for confirming that you're hearing me 5x5. So I wanted to save some time a little bit today and not go through the entire cold and dark setup. And I can see the aircraft departing from our departure runway, which is 03. So let's head back over here and let me just take you quickly through the flight plan. So today we are going to be departing runway 03 right through the Kia 2 Tango departure. And this is our transition from our star today, which is Kilo Echo Alpha. We will then take this flight route, which you can probably also see at the flight progress screen at the top. This is the entire flight plan. We are going to be doing a VOR approach today at Larnaca in Cyprus, runway 04. The weather hasn't changed since I've set up the plan. Okay, it looks like Streamlabs is finally put in the raffle. Yeah, so you guys can participate in the raffle, and you can win the Q8Pilot Cup. It's going to run for an hour and a half, and there is another trivia coming up while we're up in the air. So the only thing that we need to do is we need to listen to ATIS to get the altimeter. So let's do that.
Lima, Golf, Alpha, Victor, airport information, Delta 1220, Zulu, weather, wind 035 at 11, visibility 10,000, sky clear, temperature 35, dew point 8, QNH 1017, advise on initial contact, you have information, Delta.
Okay, all is good. Information Delta.
Lima,
and we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. It says it's a cup or a cap. I think it's a cap. It is a cap, yeah. But if you guys like a cup, yeah, by all means, I'll do it next time. All right. So, by the way, next time I'm going to have some gift certificates as well from the Explain.org and the Sim Market. So be tuned for the next one as well, guys. All right, so we have the altimeter ready. Let's go ahead and call the pushback truck.
And hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Yeah, that's
Great
fine.
news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
All right, so we're all ready to go, and everything looking good here. There's the tow. All right, here we go. By the way, if the sim audio is too loud, just let me know.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
All right, the pushback truck is now connecting. And I hope I don't forget to start the clock this time. I've been notoriously known for forgetting to start the clock. Micro Rizzo. Hi, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome, everybody. Really happy to be streaming tonight with you guys. It's going to be a bit of a long flight, but we have a lot to cover. And I'm going to cover all your questions.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Yeah, okay, parking brake is ready to go. Let's see here. Parking brake off.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And there's an aircraft coming to land here. All right. Engine mode selector. And we're just going to wait, and we're going to start with the engine number 2. All right, let's see if I can get you those wing views. I can hear the engines spooling. Can you guys hear the sim okay? The overlay I'm using is called, I'm not sure if it's called Benny or Ben or something like that. But yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to set it up, but it's quite nice, yeah. All right, we have a good start on the engine number 2. Let's start engine number 1. Yeah, I saw that Turkish Airlines right behind us. Let's see what it's doing. Well, there it is. Look at that. Oh, well. Blame it on Traffic Global. At least he stopped. Increase sim sound a notch. Okay, actually, this aircraft, you got to do it from the Toliss menu here. And I'm getting these pauses, man. I hope the sim doesn't crash. Okay, here we go. I hope this is better. And we have a good start on the engine.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
All right, parking brake is set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
All right. Flaps 1. Arm the speed brake. Engine mode selector to normal. APU bleed off. APU master is off. And we're not going to turn the lights on yet. We're going to wait for the pushback truck to clear. And Max here, ground control is off. And let's see here. Notify the cabin. And we are, ladies and gentlemen, ready to go. Cabin is ready. We need to set the FRIM to 0.3 down.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Thank you very much for your service, and we are good to go, folks. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. The lights, runway turn-off lights, taxi lights, wing lights, the nav lights are already on, and we are ready. We're going to release the parking brake, and let's go. And give it a little power here and test the brakes. Brakes check okay. Takeoff configuration. And there are no blues. We are ready for departure. Yeah, full up, full down, full left, full right. I'm not sure why I'm getting those pauses. They're making me really nervous. All right, here we go. By the way, this scenery is that of Fly Tampa. Really nice scenery. See, I'm getting these pauses that are really making me worry. All right, here we go. Landing lights.
03, right.
Strobes are on. And we are ready to go. I didn't check for aircraft, but that's okay. We get to cheat in a sim, so there we go.
On runway 03, right.
Okay. Toga, Manflex, SRS, and runway. Power is set. .100 knots.
Looks like we're number 2 for takeoff. We'd like to fly test.
And 155, rotation speed, and rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear is going up. VRF S2020, just tip 10. Thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate your support to the channel. And just to let you guys know that all the donations you make will go to good causes. I'm not sure I'm getting this pause every now and then. Right, we're going to set climb thrust. There we go. Climb thrust is set. And we can engage the autopilot now. And we're going to disarm the speed brake. Oh, guys, I forgot, like I normally do, the clock. You should call out the V-speeds. Yes, you are right. It is a bumpy runway. It's actually it's a real view. I've increased the amount of shake. I guess I was playing with a few things. So let's see here. Ooh, flaps retracted, and we are now climbing. By the way, there is a speed restriction which will probably keep us at 210 knots until we clear the next waypoint. So if we look here, there is a restriction here and there is another restriction here, so 210 and 210, and then we will be able to accelerate. But so far so good. Let's see if we can take a look at some wing views there. I love the Toliss. Yep. Yes, that shaking was exaggerated for sure. I need to reduce it a bit. Maybe we'll do it as we progress through the flight. All right, we're coming up to 7,000 feet, and the transition altitude here in Athens is 9,000 feet. We make our turn here. Everything is looking good. Yep. All right, let me take a look here and see if you've got any questions. Toliss or Flight Factory? This is the Toliss A321. And yes, it has been recently upgraded to, I don't know, 1.4, whatever, 1.3. And the good thing about this upgrade is that it's compatible now with Vulkan. All right, this is the transition altitude, and we're going to set the barrel reference now to standard. And just 1,000 feet to 10,000, and then we're going to release the cabin crew and begin our service. Is there a good sound pack for the Toliss A321? I heard of the food, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure if there is a sound pack for it. I'm not sure if someone has sent me a link that Blue Star or something are working on a set for the Toliss, but I have no idea. Yeah, BBS are working on something for the Toliss, but I'm not exactly sure. Oh, we passed 10,000 feet. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to kill the landing lights, and nose light is off, runway turn-off lights, wing lights are off. We are going to release cabin crew, and we're going to turn off the seat belts, and we can now release the cabin crew as well. They can begin the service aboard the aircraft. All is looking good. Let me show you our flight plan here real quick. I'm going to go here to plan, and let's bring this up. Yep. And if we just cycle through, this is Varix. So when it's going to get interesting is when we reach our destination, as we reach Otessa right here. So this is where it's going to get really interesting. This is a VOR approach. And we are, as soon as we reach Lima Charlie Alpha, which is the VOR station, we're going to make a turn. I believe it's a 213 degree heading, and then we're going to come to Charlie Foxtrot 04, and then this way to the runway. So this is going to be a sharp turn there, and we have to be very careful with our altitude and speed. There's no ILS, nothing like that. So it's a visual approach to the runway 04 at Larnaca. So it should be interesting, something a little different from what we're accustomed to. So we'll see how things go. Okay. All right, let me see here and answer some of your questions. Geezer's Clan, great to see you back. Thank you very much, my friend. Really appreciate it. It's good to be back. The Toliss, yeah, the Toliss and Vulkan is pretty good. It's pretty smooth. All right, there is another thing, corrosive moon, I would like to test before. What did you have for footer earlier? Sorry, I don't get your question. Virtual Pilot Q8. I fly VATSIM every now and then. It really depends. I used to fly Pilot Edge for a while, but then the timing of Pilot Edge is not very suitable for me because I live in Kuwait, so the timings were a bit, awkward for me. So I fly on VATSIM every now and then. Not much though. The Qualwings 787 can climb up to 5,000 feet. Yep. Yes, it does. Omari, how are you, my friend? Very, very good to see you here on the stream. Thank you very much for all your support on the on all the videos and your encouraging remarks. Really great to have you as a subscriber and as a friend. Really appreciate it. Manly, hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. One of the long-time supporters and a good friend, Manly. Really happy to see you here on the stream. Do you have the Beta 9 version? Yes, that is the Beta 9 version. Correct. All right, this is, I think, we have 115 people in the stream now. I think this is probably my all-time high. So that's cool. Thank you guys for the support, appreciate it. And we are now at, there's something not right here. Let me see here. Oh, no, that's fine. That's still okay. I was wondering about the speed. But it looks like we can start accelerating after the Kilo Romeo Alpha, if I'm not Kilo India Alpha. Yeah. Okay. When does Vulcan come out as a normal update? So no betas. Well, that's a really tough question. I really don't know. That's going to be completely decided by Laminar Research. They are in beta 9, and normally after all the betas, there is the RC, so release candidate. This release, the beta 9, is probably very stable, and I can't really wait for the release of the IXEG 737. The word is that it's ready for release and just awaiting stabilization of X-Plane 11.5. So that's very exciting news. Q8, if I may ask you, how did you come up with the name? Oh, how did the name Q8? All right, so back in the, I'm not sure if it was the 90s, immediately after the liberation of Kuwait, there was it was a company as part of Kuwait Oil Company that started a petrol station chain called Q8 Petrol or Q8 Gas or something Q8, right? And it has become a trend in the 90s where everything in Kuwait has had the Q8, as in the letter Quebec, like Quebec 8. And then the name of the service or the business. For example, Q8 Food, Q8 Restaurants, Q8 Hotels, and so on and so forth. So the name, the actual letters Q8 is to signal Kuwait as the country Kuwait. And me being the patriotic person that I am, I couldn't really find anything better than to really put the name of Kuwait out there when I'm creating all these videos. And so Q8Pilot was the most you know, the most logical thing for me to do. I could have picked other things. I started the channel, when I started the channel, I actually used to go by my name, by my real name, because the channel I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do, if I really wanted to do videos or if I wanted to brand anything. But yeah, it looks like the speed is picking up now, slowly but surely. Yeah, so that's how I came up with the name. Hi there, Cat Q. Always a pleasure hearing your voice. Good decision to make those live streams. I'm glad that you guys like them. Yeah, the Q8 gas stations here in the UK. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They started in the UK. It was part of a really big project. And they also collaborated with a couple of Exxon, and there was a lot of Q8 stuff moving on. There was a few gas stations in the US as well. I don't think that they are there now, though. Do you only use standard scenery? It depends. So I am using the available regions from Orbex. So I have Orbex UK. I have all of it. So I have the entire UK from Orbex, and then I have all the regions for the US, the available regions, that is, for the US. That would be, I believe, California, Southern California, Northern California, Seattle, Oregon, Florida. I believe, yeah. So yeah, so I have all of the regions, and then I also use SFD, short final, SFD, short final global, whatever you call it, for the rest of the world. I do have my own set of orthos for some regions. Sometimes it just really takes a lot of time to you know, to create those ortho photos. So so yeah, I normally see what's available out there, and
Looks like we're number 2 for takeoff. We'd like to fly attendants to please prepare the cabin for
thank you very much. Oh, Rand Cooley, my friend, thank you very much for your generous donation and for being a really a friend that I am very proud to have. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being on the stream. Appreciate all your support, all your kindness. Really, guys, you are very kind to me, and I wish I could, you know, just really pay everyone back for the kindness that they've shown, your words of encouragement and support. Short final design. Thank you very much. Yeah, short final design. By the way, guys, Rand is probably one of the very first subscribers to the channel. He's been a loyal supporter and a very good friend. And we have another donation from LLLSSS. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name, but thank you very much for your donation. Appreciate your support to the channel. All right, let us take a look at where we are, shall we? I kind of lost track of where I am. Let's click here on the map. Oh man, the download is really slow. Yeah, okay, alright, so I know where we are now. Okay. The nice thing is that there are no clouds, so the skies are clear. and I think it's going to remain this way for the remainder of our flight. We are just closing in on 28,000 feet now, and our final cruise altitude today is 35,000 feet. So I have the, anyone get into the MF 2020 Alpha? So I am a tester of the Alpha. Unfortunately, can't say anything about it other than what you guys have seen. I've covered a lot of it in the first stream last week. All right, let's see here. By the way, the our route to Larnaca is mainly above sea, so we will not be seeing a lot of scenery. But the approach into Larnaca is just really beautiful, and for that reason, I picked this route. By the way, I used a random flight database to pick this flight, so it just came as a random choice, and I just made sure I take the first choice that was available for the A321, so that we can fly the Toliss. Tell me, guys, if you have a preference for the next stream. What is it that you want to? Oh, hi. Is it Lief or Leah Life? Thank you very much for the donation and for your really kind words on the community tab the other day. You really made my day. Really appreciate it. And thank you for listening to the Threshold interview. What are you using for the info overlay? So yeah, I knew that you guys were going to ask me about this overlay because it's different from the one I used last time. So last time I was using the flight aid, whatever, flight chrono, something like that. This time I'm using the Benny or Benny, something like that overlay. I'll put a link in the community tab of the channel. Right after the stream, so that you guys can download it. It's free, pretty straightforward to set up. You just need to make sure that you run it as an administrator, and you're going to need. It works with both P3D and X-Plane. For P3D, you're going to need FSUPIC, and for X-Plane, XUPIC for it to run with your sim. Oh, thank you very much. Really, I really appreciate your kindness. Well, this boat won't let me type capital letters and symbols. No, so Streamlabs, just so that we protect the channel, from spamming, it will allow you to do up to 50. But if you type like too many, then yeah, it will probably stop you. Thank you very much. Yes, Benny Overlay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how to say it. Benny Overlay. That's the one. If you search Google for Benny Overlay, you should be able to find it. I found it to be really cool. Normally I use Sim Toolkit Pro. I think it's pretty concise, pretty clean. It comes there, and then there is a Twitch bot that works with a Sim Toolkit Pro, where you guys can run commands, and you can, for example, like select, show me the flight plan, show me the remaining time en route, things like that. So a little interactive, if you will. But unfortunately, you guys want me to stream on YouTube, so that's not going to work on YouTube. Hello, Captain Reynolds. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Do you use SADC panels? If yes, I made X-SADC panels for the Toliss. Unfortunately, I don't use SADC products anymore. I used to when I started when I started with with simming, I started using Satyakid. I've tried their entire range, the pedals, throttle, yoke, everything. And then gradually, as we've just reached our cruise altitude, ladies and gentlemen, 35,000 feet, and all is looking good. We are going to take a quick look here at the top of descent, which is in 308 nautical miles. So yeah, so I've used the Satyak panel for a long time, and then I quit using them. And then I got the Hotus Warthog stick and throttle based on recommendation from Squirrel when I met him in London, and I've been very pleased with those, especially for DCS. I'll tell you, those are very well built flight sim gear. The rudder pedals, I used to use the Redbird alloy. RD, let me just read it here real quick. Yeah, the Redbird alloy RD1 I use for the rudder pedals. Those, along with the Rodo from Virtual Fly, are the best rudder pedals I've used. In fact, the ones from Virtual Fly are closer to what you'd find in a real aircraft. The tension in the Virtual Fly rudder pedals is very, very similar to a real aircraft, a real general aviation aircraft, I would say, like maybe a Piper or a Cessna. But it's very, very good. Yeah, I know. I'll still do Twitch streams every now and then. To be very frank with you guys, I find Twitch to be a lot more polished for streaming. The features, just the way it works, far more polished, I think, than YouTube. But YouTube is better for playback, playing back the video. It's again, and those platforms are designed for those sort of things. So definitely, Twitch is designed for streaming, and YouTube is designed for video playback. Your jet fuel might be frozen by now. I'm not sure what I need to do about that. Thank you very much, Lou Andropol. It's good to be back. Have you tried the alpha for MSFS 2020? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. So back on the flight yokes and the flight sim gear, I do have the honeycomb now, and I will tell you that out of everything that I've tried thus far, I find it to be the best of everything I've tried. It looks good for one, and it does look good, and it feels good. I like the fact that it rotates full 45 degrees. So yeah, I think it's by far the best investment I made in terms of flight sim gear, along with the Hotus throttle and stick. It still remains to be the best for DCS, so for combat simulation, it is by far the best stick for combat simulation, with all its buttons and the way it's designed and the grip. It's just really awesome, really, really cool. Notice I'm getting honeycomb as well. Yeah, I think you will really enjoy it. Dual engine failure, returning to Athens. Please have emergency vehicles on standby. All right, so a little bit on our flight. We are approximately 25 minutes into our flight. We still have quite a bit to go, about 1 hour and 5 minutes. If we look here at the top of descent, 275 nautical miles to the top of descent. And if we increase the range here a bit, yeah, we're doing just fine here. Let's take a look at the outside. Just really a lovely aircraft, the Toliss A321. Which type of fuel did you load, Jet A or Jet B? Well, since it's a virtual fuel, I really don't know. I just put any kind of fuel. I just went to the payload and just added 9.8 tons of fuel, and that's it. Aegean livery looks good. Yeah, it does look very good. I like it. It's like the Neo version of the aircraft, so it does look good. Yes, the external volume is not very good on the Toliss, I'll have to admit. Definitely needs work, but I think there is a BSS package coming out for it very soon. So hopefully it will fix that. Yeah. Terrain on ND, that's something we forgot to do. And there is no weather today, but you know, just we can turn this on. Now, by the way, guys, just in a quick note on, you know, the Toliss, and so the Toliss A319, I've been getting this question a lot recently, which is, which one should I get? Should I get the Toliss A319 or A321? And my answer to that is, it's really up to you, but consider the following. The Toliss A321 obviously has a longer range, and there are more liveries for the A319, being a more popular aircraft for short-haul flights. So it's really your call. Pretty much from an interior perspective, I think they look pretty much the same. So there are no differences there in terms of what you're going to see or how you're going to operate the aircraft. They pretty much the current altitude is 35,000 feet. So yeah, so it's really up to you. I mean, it's personally, if I were on a budget and I was to make a choice between the A319 and A321, I would probably pick the A319. No, guys. Not sure what's going on. There is some kind of a pause that happens every now and then. I'm not sure why. Is it mouse or... But there's definitely a pause that I can see. Yeah. We have a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the stream. This is definitely my very first live stream flying from Greece to Larnaca. It's a very unfamiliar territory for me. I haven't been to that part of the world, but yeah, it's definitely the first time. Okay, so Toliss A320 versus A320 flight factor, your views? Okay, so oh, that's a tough one. All right, so I know that that both companies actually collaborate on the flight model. Okay, the Toliss seems to have more accurate performance than the Flight Factor A320. At least that was the case about a year ago, based again on an account from a real-world Airbus pilot who has tested both aircraft and found that the Toliss has a bit of an edge in terms of performance. In terms of frame rates, you will find that the performance of the Toliss is a lot better than the Flight Factor. Having said this, with the Flight Factor there are a lot of features that you can turn off to gain some FPS. So you can change the resolution of the cockpit textures, you can turn off the windows reflections, you can tone down the rain effect feature, and when you tone down all of these features, you will get pretty decent performance. In fact, very comparable to the Toliss A321 and A319 for that matter. It does look slightly better in terms of the cockpit textures, I must give it that. The sounds out of the box are much better, and you can enhance them with the BSS sound pack, which in my view makes the A320 by Flight Factor one of the most advanced, really, aircraft, and one of the most immersive for X-plane. Toliss uses they use the Librain effect for the rain, so it's not always it's not always the best thing, and it's not currently working in Vulcan. Hopefully there will be an update soon. I think somebody was asking which airline we're flying. We're Aegean 4916 today, with service from Athens to Larnaca in Cyprus. FPS is good, but I'm still getting those pauses. I'm not really sure why. I've had some issues with my mouse earlier, but so far things...
Looks like we're number 2 for takeoff. We'd like flight attendants to please prepare the cabin for departure.
Mark, thank you very much. Just donated $10. Really appreciate your support to the channel. Really appreciate all of your support, guys. Really very kind of you. Do you prefer flying Toliss or Zibo? Look, I'll be very frank with you guys. I'm a Boeing guy, okay? I like Boeing. I like everything that Boeing does. The Airbus, on the other hand, is the preferred choice by many pilots, simply because of the automation that it brings. So the pilot workload is a lot less in an Airbus than a Boeing. But to me, the Boeing is, I don't know, maybe because when I started flight simulation, the very first civil aviation or the civil aircraft was the Boeing. And so maybe that's part of the reason, but I've always liked Boeing as a company. I've liked, their product line, even the military side of things. I think they're a very progressive company. So I really like, I like Boeing. I prefer Boeing over, over the Airbus. Okay, I need to test something out here. Let's see. Trying to check something on the pretty strange. All right, let me go back to the chat. Pilots also like the Airbus because there is more room in the flight deck. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. That's probably one of the things, no yoke, that's probably one of the things I don't like about the Airbus, is the stick, to be very honest with you guys. It doesn't give you the feel of being in control, It feels like, you know, like playing a video game or something. At least that's my feeling when, you know, when you have the yoke, it's very different, the different feel. That's the stick. And speaking of a stick, there is something that's coming on the horizon very soon, but I can't say what it is, but it's going to be a pleasant surprise to the flight sim community. Hello there, Mark. How are you doing, my friend? Micro Rezo says, in my opinion, if I were to become a pilot, I'd go for Airbus 100%, but for flight simming, I just love flying Boeing due to all the manual controls. Yeah, it could be, yeah. I mean, the Airbus is, I mean, if you look at the, for example, the A380, and it's a magnificent aircraft to fly. I still can't get over the flight stick, though. I would have preferred to see like a yoke, but that's just me. All right, so let me just very quickly here look at. All right, so we're gonna go to. All right, we are going to go to poll. All right, let's take a look at our flight plan here. We are 196 nautical miles from the top of descent point. We're getting close. And let me see here. Why is this not working? All right, here we go. I'm gonna start this, see if it works. Yeah. All right, let me take some more questions. Sorry guys, I was fiddling around with Streamlabs, checking a few things. All right. The Airbus doesn't change altitude as described in FMC. Is there a way to do that? I'm not sure. A320 versus Toliss A321. Yeah, I think I've covered that. My choice, I'd probably go for the Toliss A321. But that's just me again. We need a special edition of an Airbus with a yoke for Q8Pilot. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love an Airbus with a yoke. That would be something really. By the way, let me show you guys one thing. This aircraft, the livery. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, whoever has done the livery has taken the time to actually model the entire cabin with the Aegean livery colors, and yeah, it's all in all economy class though, no business class there, but you know, from the look of the seats, they look pretty comfortable. Good leg room here, yeah. All right, let's head back over to the cockpit. Just look at that. That looks really nice. All right, if I can get it back here. There we go. You should fly the A310. So I think there is a InBuilds are building an Airbus 300, I believe, and I'm really excited about it. I've seen some footage of the aircraft and it looks absolutely marvelous. in terms of the look of the aircraft, the texture work, the 3D cockpit, and just really the 3D model looks absolutely sensational. But it remains to be seen, of course. I haven't tested the aircraft yet, but when I do get my hands on it and test it, I will probably let you guys know and do a full review of it on the channel. Yes, the Toliss would descend if you click on the knob here. Yes, that's correct. Okay, now I'm trying to start something for you guys, but for some reason... there we go. I just started a landing rate prediction kind of poll. I'm not sure what... yeah, a poll has been opened, so now you guys can vote for what you think my landing rate is going to be. I'm not sure. It should give you guys the instructions, but I'm not sure if it's going to do that. So it's A for below 150, B is for above 150 and below 250, and then C is above 250. So you can go ahead and vote now. Okay. Personally, I think I'm going to make a big mess out of this landing today because I haven't flown this. So normally, guys, when I do a video, when I record a video, I actually fly the route. And I make sure that I fly it multiple times sometimes because of the weather changes, so I could get different runways based on weather. So, and that's normally what I do when I do the videos, but not so much when I'm doing the live stream. All right, looks like you guys are voting. C, B, A, B, C, okay. All right, so you guys are, most of you are anticipating that I'm gonna probably do a rough landing. All right, and you guys are probably right, but. So, all right, let's take a quick look here. 152 is still quite a way. I'm going to bring up our flight plan and just go to the destination data. That's what I wanted. Okay, so this is the weather with our altimeter settings, and everything looks fine. We've got about 340 degrees, 6 knot wind, cloud and visibility okay. Temperature is 33 degrees. Oh, it's quite warm. Dew point is 10. QNH is 10112. No significant change expected in the next couple of hours from the time this METAR was issued. Okay. This hypnosis we trigger that you will make a sea landing. Yeah. Yeah, I need, by the way, guys, I'm really sorry about the, you know, these multiple messages from Streamlabs, and you know, so I think I've set it up so that, you know, I've given sufficient number of characters, so like 350 for a paragraph, 50 symbols. I just really want to make sure that, you know, that I run a clean stream. I know that my family actually might be watching, so my daughters are probably in their rooms now with their iPads and watching me live. So So yeah, I try as much as possible to keep everything on the channel, on the streams, on the comment section under control, and that's because I really honestly would love to reach more audiences. As you can see now, you have the VOR DME approach appearing here, and we are about 134 nautical miles from the top of descent point now. We are still looking good. What I do want to do is I want to reduce the head shake on real view, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to the settings, and we're going to go to the G-force, and I'm going to change all of these values to 16. Yeah. This is, by the way, the new version. I think that's too much as well. So yeah, so we're going to make these 17. That's fine. I mean, below 20, I think it should be okay. All right. Okay. So all is looking good. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I love my family. I love my my kids. They're everything. They're my life. And I'm sure that all of you guys out there who are, moms and dads, feel the same way about your children. And everything I do in life is for them. Really, is absolutely. Absolutely. Miguel Lima, thank you for the live. I enjoy reading the interview you gave to FS Elite magazine last year. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate the fact that you've actually read the interview. FS Elite really has got a bunch of really fine folks there running it. I'm very happy to see them really progress. They have become really an important figure in the flight sim community in terms of news. I really enjoy their content. I am very good friends with Oz Flight Simmer, who's an FS Elite member, and Flight Sim Deck as well. Well, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Am I a pilot? No, I am not a pilot. I've done a lot of flying lessons when I was a student back in the U.S. But no, I am not I'm not a pilot. What do I do in real life? I'll just keep it at I'm a senior executive in the banking industry. I'll just keep it at that. And yeah, I work in IT, basically, in the banking industry. Hello there, my friend from South Africa. Welcome to the stream. Andrew, how are you doing, my friend? Would you consider using the FlyJason 737-200 with the SIVA INS in a stream in the future? Yes, absolutely. I would definitely love to do that. The SIVA, however, is something that the workloads are quite high, and so it's probably going to be a long stream with the SIVA. But by all means, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Poll is going on. What's your plan for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? Well, I don't really have a plan. The plan is that of Microsoft, and I'm just really an alpha tester. I'm currently using it, flying it. I will tell you that it has made me completely remove P3D, including version 5, which had issues, and I recently installed the PMDG 747, and then it started crashing, and telling me, you know, beacon light cannot be turned on because your sim connect is not this and it's not that. And you know what, guys? I have had it with fiddling around with settings. No more fiddling around with settings for me. If I want to fiddle around with settings, it's going to be probably for the streams, because I'm very new to this, and I'm really sorry if, you know, things are not as they should, but I'm really new at this, and I want to learn it and master it and deliver really good streams to you guys. But I am done with tweaking sims. I don't want to sit for hours and just try to fix B3D version 5. So I decided that I'm gonna just completely uninstall it. I love X-Plane. I'm using X-Plane. It works fine, and that's it. Hello from hot Greece today. Lost the beginning. Which airport did you use? So I have the Fly Tampa scenery, which is a really very good rendition of the airport based on the images that I've seen. Oh, you are from Kenya. Oh, hello there, Jumbo, right? So you guys speak Swahili in Kenya. I've been to Kenya it was a long time ago. I must have been a little kid, but I loved being in Kenya. Seeing that you're in banking, can I borrow a couple of dollars? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, I've been to Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful country. I've been to Mombasa, of course Nairobi, the capital, but I've been to Mombasa, Mount Kenya, Kikarok, Lake Naivasha, I believe. We went horseback riding there, and I believe it was Mombasa where we went to the equator. I'm not sure, but I know that we visited the equator. We had a really nice time there with the family. All right, so we are now ready to start entering the information. So we're going to go to... All right, so first thing is QNH 1012. And the temperature is 33 Celsius. Well, it's quite warm. It is actually getting warm in Kuwait as well. 340.06. 340. 340.06. Transition altitude is 11,000 feet and 148 for VAP. The decision height is 410. And voila, we are done. Okay, so we are actually getting close to the top of descent now. Go here back to performance, 81 nautical miles before top of descent. And momentarily we will reset the MCP altitude. Is web... oh, do you mean web FMC? I believe it's web FMC. So, yeah, web FMC, yes. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, so web FMC, you know, it's funny that you mentioned this because I just installed, I've had it for a long time. In fact, the developer gave me a copy of it, and then I misplaced the license. And recently I went back to the org and bought it, and I started playing with it. And it is actually a cool tool, but I really could not, I was actually going to do a review of it. I couldn't really find a proper business case for it. So what is it for? Is it for me to use it over my iPad? To me, that didn't make a lot of sense because it's easier for me to just set up a view and just come here down here to the FMC and just, you know, take a look here and make the changes, and voila, I'm done. But it would make sense if you were, for example, doing trainings. So yeah, so that would work if you were doing a training and, you know, somebody is sitting at the PC and then there is someone else supervising the session. then I can understand that it would make sense. But the way it's actually pretty cool because you know, once you're on the same network from your iPad, you can it will change even the skin of the FMC to match whether it's an Airbus or a Boeing or you know, just the default GPS GNS device, the Garmin device. So in that respect, I think it's good. I just couldn't really make a solid business case for it. That's the only thing. I'm gonna bring this here, so 65. All right, let's take a look at our plan here real quick, and we can, I know that we need to be at 2000 here. All right. So I'm actually not sure how the raffle would work, because this is my first time, but it was supposed to run for about an hour and a half, so the raffle should still be open, my friend. It's got still 15 minutes before it's over, so yeah, still there. I still can't see anything on my screen though, but it is still there, so you can still enter the raffle. 15 more minutes for the raffle. Okay. Have a good night, my friend. I watched a video of an Airbus 350 landing in Kuwait this morning. I was going to send you the link, but I noticed you already saw it. Yeah, it was it an A350 or A330? I believe it was a flight from Cairo, wasn't it? That's what I thought, yeah. Yeah, the raffle is still open, guys. Another 15 minutes before it's over. So I've timed it to about 1.5 hours, which is kind of the flight time today. We still have, you know, about, from the VOR station, about 132 nautical miles, but from top of descent, we're getting pretty close now. So, yeah, it was an A330. It was on the, what do you call it? What was the name of the channel? Something Cockpits or Pilot? Something, can't remember. It's a good channel. I'm subscribed to it, so yeah. Do you know something about the McKnight 787 update? So the McKnight 787, by the way, the developer is a really fine gentleman, the developer of the aircraft. And I remember that when they started the project, they invited me to become part of the team that actually test the aircraft and give them feedback. But unfortunately, that did not materialize, and I was not able to participate as part of the team. That said, I did a review of their products, and I will tell you that my review was a bit on the critical side of things. And the reason is because, of course, my top priority is you guys. So the most important thing for me is when I recommend something is that I give you guys my true unbiased thoughts about the add-on so that you can make a conscious decision whether you want to invest in that add-on or not. And I know a lot of you guys follow my reviews, and you kind of take it for granted. You know, if I say something is worth it, then you'll go and get it. And so this places a heavy responsibility on me to be very thorough in my reviews. And when I tell you something is worth it, it's better be worth it. So to me, the McKnight 787 in its current state, with the most recent update to it is still not worth its price. That's my honest opinion of the aircraft. However, I've seen a post, I think from Threshold, that there is a major update coming to the McKnight in terms of the texture work and the cabin, 3D cabin, and all of that good stuff. So so we'll wait and see. I mean, I'll update to the latest version once it's out, and I'm going to wait this time before. I was going to do a full flight, but then I decided to wait. Once I saw the announcement, I'm going to wait until it's available, update the aircraft, and then we'll do. Then we are going to do the full flight review of the aircraft. All right, I'm going to go ahead and reset the MCP altitude to 2000. There's definitely this pause caused by something. I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing the same pause, but there's just pause every now and then. I'm not sure if it's the mouse or the sim or what is it exactly. Let's see here. I've never been disappointed with a thumbs up on an AC. Oh, thank you very much, Rand. Really appreciate it. I try my best, guys, really, to to provide you with honest feedback on those payware. I understand that a lot of you cannot just go and keep buying those add-ons, and it's expensive, and it is getting pretty expensive. I mean, if you ask me, I've spent a lot of fortune on flight simming equipment and gear and scenery and add-ons just to try them out. By the way, there are a lot of add-ons that I purchase that I actually do not review. I don't think that they're even worth a review. But out of respect for the developer who's developed the product, I don't actually review it because I don't want to harm the developer also. So to me, it's a balance which you guys always win. So I give the larger weight to you guys. And when I'm critical of a product, I do give a lot of credit to the developer who's taken the time out of their schedule to build it and to make it available to the community. But then if that add-on is not up to the mark, I'll call it. I'm going to let you guys know. And this is how I've grown the channel over the years. So did you see my tweet about this plane on this route yesterday at Batson? No, unfortunately, I have not. Did you get everything from Steam? No, I normally don't buy things off of Steam. I have a few games from Steam, mainly for my son, but yeah, normally no, I don't. All right, let's see here. I think we are pretty much there, guys. Let's increase the range. Yeah. Alright, let's switch it back here. 11, okay, we're 9 nautical miles from the top of descent mark, and you know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and initiate descent, and we're gonna go to open descent. Alright, and we just begun the descent. Let's take a look. Again, when there is no, when you're flying over the sea, there isn't really much to see, really. Yeah. But yeah, finally the top of descent point. It's actually right here, so we started just slightly early. Alright, let's turn on the seatbelt signs. And now is the fun part. It's going to be interesting to see how well I manage this landing. I'm a bit excited, to be honest. Why do you prefer an open descent? It doesn't really matter. Open descent or nav descent, to me it's the same. You've convinced me to buy the Toliss A321. I have the flight factor 320. Yeah, the Toliss is a really nice aircraft to fly. They could do better with the sounds, to be honest. Just out of the box, the sounds are a bit, off. But other than that, I think it's a great aircraft. And as you can see, the textures look pretty nice here if you look at the overhead panel. They really, they've done a good job on the 321. And by the way, the A319 has also been updated now. So yeah, all's looking good, and we can actually go here. And let's see here. If we go to airports, Lima, Charlie, Lima, Kilo. And we can click here and take a look at our charts. So the arrival is the Bonnet 1R, I believe this is the one. It's taking time to load. There we go. We're still not there, obviously. There we are. If you can see, the aircraft is right over there now. And we're heading over to Bonnet, which is the transition into our star. And this is Otessa. And then this is actually the VOR station. So the VOR station is actually on the airport. So we're going to make a turn to 213 degrees and circle to land runway 04. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll go well. So now, as you can see here, by the way, the Larnaca airport is also is payware. But what you see here is that of SFD. So this is short final design in the works here. I have the flight factor. I think is the Toliss better option. Well, look, guys, to be really honest with you, if you have the flight factor A320, I don't think the Toliss is going to do that much for you, unless it's an aircraft that you have a specific interest in. Then, of course, yes, of course, the range of the A321, maybe it's going to handle slightly different than the flight factor. But all in all, as far as the immersion is concerned, if you have the A320, just keep it. Unless you want to, of course, you're fine and you're not on a budget. But it's not going to add anything that the flight factor A320 does not have or does not give you. So if you already have the A320 by flight factor, probably the A320 isn't going to do much for you. So that's just my opinion. Is SFD good on frames? It's actually very good on frames, very easy on frames, not a problem whatsoever. And the autogen is absolutely beautiful as well. All right, we are coming up to 17,000 feet now. Transition altitude is 11,000. We need to check the our flight plan for the altimeter. Actually, what we can do is if we go to 123, no, didn't give us. Strange. Okay. Oh well. We'll just grab it from our flight plan. There we go. Alright, so QNH at Larnaca is 1012. And we are almost there. This is our VOR approach. We are still looking good. We should be at 5,000 feet at Otessa. So we're still looking okay. Yeah, it's a pretty clear day today. No cloud in the sky. Yeah, that's what it says here. See there? Cloud and visibility okay. Sorry, and the second one here. Larnaca. Cloud and visibility okay. Quite warm. And I found actually a document that really explains how to decode METARs, which is a great document. It's a dated document, but it's authored by the United States Air Force, and they give it actually to their military pilots. And I went through the entire document, and I found it to be extremely useful. And that's how I actually learned decoding METAR information. And after a while, you become really proficient in decoding the the weather information. Enrique is suggesting that that you'd go for the flight factor A320, and yeah. So another question comes. A320 flight factor or A320 jar? Oh, no. Definitely the A320 flight factor. The jar design is, all right, standard bearer reference 1011. All right, we're coming up to 10,000 feet, and we should, actually, the speed should reduce to 250, but for some reason, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this on my own. Not sure why. That's why. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's turn on the landing lights. Ring lights. You know what, guys? All this time, the beacon lights were not on. Wow. Okay. My bad. Alright, I'm going to use the speed brakes here to reduce our speed to 250 knots as we are below 10,000 feet. And I'm going to minimize or zoom the range here. We are slightly too high, I think. So I think it's because we started the descent 9 nautical miles early, and so yeah. But yeah, definitely we want to be below 250 knots. All right, we're going to keep it at 250. For the time being. Lovely. Just really lovely. Okay. We can now Bring this back. I think we are fine in terms of altitude. Mr. Gomez, welcome to the channel. Thank you for your subscription. You know what? Let's make this 4,000 for now. All right, and let's take a look here. Now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do this. And we are now looking good. Walid Lidio, welcome to the channel. And we are currently at 4,000 feet. And as soon as we are, so this is the Lima Charlie Alpha VOR station. Okay, right, it's right in front of us. Once we begin this turn here, I'm gonna actually let's reset the MCP altitude to 2,000, and as soon as we begin our turn, then I will descend to 2,000. Yeah. We should begin the turn momentarily. You are correct, Steve. The overlay I'm using is called Benny overlay or Bean or whatever you want to say it, but that's the one I'm using. You are correct. TBM model, it's amazing despite price. It's really good. The TBM by Hot Start is by far the best general aviation aircraft created for X-Plane. Not sure why I'm getting these pauses. Must be that overlay. Something is causing these pauses. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to start descending to 2,000 feet. And I'm going to take a note of the speed. Let's see here. Performance 148. Okay. So as you can see here, we're going to go all the way here to Lima Charlie Alpha. This is 12 DME from the VOR station. And then we're going to make our turn back and land runway 04.
2,500.
Yeah, and we're going to maintain now 2,000. And we're just going to make a note of our speeds here. All right, the signs are on. Auto brake to medium. Cabin crew is notified. Spoilers armed, and just the landing gear and the flaps. We should start those also momentarily. We're going to begin extending flaps. We're still at 250. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you asked for the next video, A350 Dubai to Beijing. That would be a very long stream, but I'll consider something similar. And if you don't press the descent knob, the AP will follow the FMC in descent. Not on an Airbus. No, the Airbus does not have the automatic descent. No. Really, you guys like the Epic 1000 more than the TBM? Okay, let's see here. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to say activate the approach. And speed check, flaps 1. What is with these pauses? Alright, speed check, flaps 2. And the runway is right ahead of us now. And I'm going to go ahead and lower the landing gear. And flaps full. Right, let's set the view. Cabin crew notified, seatbelt signs are on. Auto brake is medium. Spoilers armed, flaps full. And gear is down. We are ready for landing. That's the runway. Alright, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to disconnect the autopilot and my aircraft. Not sure why those pauses are really bugging me. The only new thing I'm using in this video is the overlay. So it could be the overlay causing those pauses. Right, looking good.
$1,000.
1,000 feet.
Approaching 0, 4.
Oh, come on, these pauses are killing me.
100 above. 500.
Just really, it kills the immersion completely when it pauses like that. And this
Minimum.
frequent.
400.
Continue.
$300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. Retard. 20. 10. 5.
And touchdown. Reverser's route. And welcome to Larnaca, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I can't see the landing grade, so it must have popped. You guys can tell me what it was. And welcome to Larnaca in Cyprus. We've made it safely. And I think it was okay. Minus 272. So those who've predicted, it felt, by the way, a little better than that. But let me see, where am I going there? But yeah, if that's what the thing says, 221, not bad. Yeah, right on the money, I guess. So it was option B. The winners are those who predicted option B, which is between above 150 and below 250. Man, what is with these pauses? Really nice scenery of Larnaca in Cyprus. You can find this at the Explain.org. All right, let's go ahead and APU master. We need to wait for it a little bit here. Come on, where is it? Okay, here we go. Start. And no need for the strobe lights. That can go. Those can go. This can go to taxi. That's fine. There's another aircraft coming to land now. Gotta love that. Egypt Air. Alright, let's see if there is a spot here we can park the aircraft. Right, APU is running. We can disarm speed brakes. I think there are a few stands there where we can park the aircraft. Yeah, it was definitely a long stream, and those pauses are just an immersion killer. What's that car doing? Okay, do you know how to delete a vector from the FMC leg? You just select clear and then simply click on the waypoint that you want to delete, and it should work. Okay, how about we go right here? Oh, come on, those pauses, please. That's probably something for an A380 here. Looks like a really large parking spot. Okay, parking brake set. I am tempted to do a replay of the landing, but for some reason I just suspect that it's going to crash the sim. But what do you guys think? Should we do it? Yeah, it won't be fun if we don't do it. If it crashes, it crashes. So, yeah. All right, just one thing, guys, before we turn off our engines. Let me just go here real quick. I'm not sure. All right, let's try. Yeah. Let's see here. There we go. Let's remove that. All right, let's do this. How about that? Not a bad landing, huh? Well, folks, this is pretty much it. We're going to kill our engines now. Okay, and we can turn on the APU bleed. Well, this is pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys in this stream. I am not sure why the... I'm trying to... Ah, there we go. Did it close? No. So the winner will probably be announced later. I'm not sure what I gotta go and figure out what's wrong with Streamlabs. It just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to pick a winner for some reason. So yeah, I'll figure that out later. So I just wanted to really say thank you guys for tuning in today. I really enjoyed streaming for you today. I really enjoyed the interaction. And if you have any final thoughts, please let me know. Did you buy this A321? Yes, I bought it from the X-Plane Org store. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in today. It's pretty late here in Kuwait. It's falling to 11 p.m. Now, so 1 hour from midnight. So I am going to hit the sack, as they say. I want to wish you all a pleasant evening or morning, depending on where you are. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, and bye-bye for now.